Yo, what is up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to counter every DPS in Overwatch. Okay, so usually with Onra, her issue is she's very mobile, she's very, high damage. So that's a huge issue with her. For example, you have a very diveable backline, she's diving it, she's setting your entire team on fire. Solution, go someone who can stun her. Sometimes these characters can actually counter each other. So for example, Cassidy. This guy is going to be a huge counter to Onra. Then, next, we have Ashe. Ashe is a poke character. She doesn't like to be dove. That's why she has an anti-dive ability, which would mean that you either try to beat her at her own game, which is extremely hard, or you go dive, such as Sombra or Genji. Those are just a few examples of some characters that would work. Then, you have Bastion. Bastion is a not mobile character. He's very big and very susceptible to high damage. He pushes out a lot of high damage, but he's very susceptible to it. You can either counter him with the same character, which is Bastion, or you can go Junkrat. Junkrat is a very good character to counter Bastion. You can also go people like Torbjorn to spam at long range, or just any other high damage character. Cassidy. Cassidy is the same issue as Bastion. This guy, not mobile at all, and he does a bit of damage. He also stops dives, so that's the main issue. Bastion, he's diveable. Cassidy is not. How to counter Cassidy? You have to try to dive him. There's no possible way. If he has a good team, it's kind of wraps. Echo, poke. To kill this character, you need hit scan, such as Cassidy. Again, you're going to see me mention Cassidy a lot. But this character, easily counterable. The only way that you can stop her is just pair out there. If you can't do that, then it's kind of wraps. Emery. Emery is the newest addition to the Overwatch roster. So, to counter him, not many people know that, but he's actually very diveable and very pokeable. When he flies up, insanely easy to hit, and when he is on the ground, after he uses his gun that boosts his movement speed and all that stuff, you could just shoot him or dive him. Freya, same issue as Emery. She likes to be in the air a lot, just go hit scan, snipe her out of there. Emery kind of counters Freya, and Freya counters Emery. It's in an odd, romantic dynamic, I mean. Why did I say romantic? Genji! Genji is very countered by beams, such as Symmetra and Cassidy. Cassidy doesn't have a beam, but his movement stopping grenade is very annoying. Counter Genji. Just play poke or dive. It's kind of hard to counter this guy. Hanzo. Hanzo is a sniper, such as Ashe. He likes to sit back and not be dove. He's way easier to dive than Ashe, since he has no damage to get you off of him. But he does do high damage. So to counter him, just go Venture. Actually, do not play Cassidy this. He actually counters Cassidy. Junkrat. Junkrat is a very big hitbox, but very high damage, and he's fast. So you're probably wondering, I can't dive him. You're right, you can't. But you can shoot him out of the sky with hit scan. Such as, do I even need to say his name? Mei. Mei is very big, very slow. Doesn't do that much damage, but she does cause a disturbance. Counter her, either a Junkrat, or someone has a sniper. But then again, be careful. Her icicles do have no damage fall off, which will do max damage at any range. Pharah, she likes to stand there, go a sniper, hit scan, all this stuff. She's very counterable. Same thing as Echo. Reaper, very tanky, does lifesteal, does a lot of damage. It's not easy to dive. Kill this guy. You just gotta play range and just be aware. It's kind of hard to kill that guy. Sojourn, very diveable, pretty squishy, but does high damage. Just dive her. She's really easy. Soldier, also very susceptible to dive. This guy doesn't like to be dove. He likes to stay at medium range and just clobber. That's it. Sombra. Now this one's really tricky, because she can get out of dive, she can get out of poke, she can get out of everything. The only way to counter her is, to be honest, just pray to God that she's not good, or that you just predict where she's gonna go. Symmetra. Symmetra, she doesn't like dive, doesn't like poke. She plays pretty well into brawl. But besides that, she has not that many niche use cases. Counter her, just go someone with high damage. Her hitbox is pretty mediocre, so I think we can land some hits. Torbjorn, he suffers the same issue as Bastion. Does high damage, slow mobility, except he does get a little movement burst when he uses his overclock. That does make him go a lot faster and tankier. So I would suggest people like Junkrat, Hanzo, and maybe even Pharah. This one might be a stretch though. I don't suggest Pharah. Tracer. High mobility, extremely weak HP, but mediocre damage. To counter her, what you want to do, you want to just predict where she's going to go, or just pray that she's not good. It's pretty hard to face a Tracer. Vendetta, very tanky hitbox. She's extremely tanky. Her block, insanely annoying. She's probably diving her backline, causing a huge disturbance. To counter her, go Cassidy to someone to restrict her movement, or a high damage character to stop her from even committing. Venture. Venture is heavily countered by a bunch of things on this list. High damage counters this character. Being too far counters this character. This character loves to sneak up on you though, so just be wary of that. I would suggest going a character that's tanky, that can survive her one-tap combo, and have good movement. So I would suggest either Tracer if you want the movement side, or Junkrat for the damage side. Finally, Widowmaker. Widowmaker, same as Ashe, Cassidy, Emery, Hanzo. Doesn't like to be dove. It's very easy to dive her. She does mediocre damage, but even if you get up on her, it's pretty hard to land her shots when you're up close. So, Widowmaker, probably the easiest one to count on this list. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. I try my best to help you guys a lot. I will post another version of this, talking about Sierra. I hope you guys enjoy it. Later.